Well, if that is not a signal to go live, then I don't know what is. Hey, welcome everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. And we're starting off with a resubscription. Thank you so much, Bamboo. Thank you. Appreciate that. How are you today? How is everyone doing? I hope you had a great weekend. Maybe playing some Flesh and Blood. Maybe playing some Nationals. Maybe you did really well. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you were lucky and you got some colder weather like we did here in the UK. Lots to talk about. Was I the sign? You were the sign. You did something useful. Being a good boy? That I don't know. But thank you for the subscription, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is Monday, the 29th of June. How is it half point of the year already? One more day and we're back in July. The weather, as I said, has been getting a little bit cooler here, which I'm very happy about. But towards the next week, they're currently announcing 40 degrees, which is insane. And I was kind of looking if there's any air conditioning, like mobile air conditioners I can buy. They're all sold out. It's all gone. There's nothing available. Like even if I wanted to get something at an super high price, nothing is left. So if it does get hot again, I'll just have to get through it. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Anyway, there's lots to talk about today, but what are we doing? Well, obviously Flesh and Blood. As always, I have been thinking about, like, I do want to stream something else at one point or another. I just need to find the opportunity. I'd love to play some video games or something, right? Odd. Actually, let me put this there. That's better. But yeah, that's that for now. We're going to be playing Ira. Why Ira? Because I'm going to be playing her at UK Nationals this coming weekend. Despite everything that happened over the weekend, or didn't happen, I'm still on the Ira plan. I've been practicing her basically into the current meta, and I think that's been going pretty well. I do want to try 2 new cards today. I want to be trying a card that Lilian has suggested, which is... I forget what it's called. I want to test Ripple Away. I found out earlier today that that does not work into Fang, which was a good lesson to learn. I heard you want to stream BG3, dude. I want to play another playthrough of that. I've been wanting to play that again with my partner. So we've been wanting to... We played it individually, but we want to play it together. So maybe that would be a fun stream to do. Maybe. So I want to play Ripple Away, see how that goes. The reason why I made the change for now is because I found out I only own 2 Rowdy Locals. I also feel like I'm not sure the deck needs 3 Rowdy Locals. Now, obviously, it's a good card with upside that is a 0-cost blue, right? But I'll say, like, let's take 1 Rowdy Locals out and put 1 Ripple Away in as a sideboard option. I also only have 2 Weakest Link. Now, obviously, you know, I can borrow those cards, right? It's not going to be a problem. But, like, if I don't have it right now, the deck has been put together. It's ready. It's sitting over there, ready to go to Nationals on Friday. If I only have 2, let's take it out for now. And instead, what I put in is a Blazon Roy. Oh my god, Blazon. Matt, no, I'm not playing Brute. I'm not playing Brute. Only action, so any hero power item or still happens. Exactly, Lilian. I've read the card. I read the card. I figured that out as well afterwards. There was a bit of delay in that sound, so let's see. So the reason why I want to play Blazon in the sideboard is because there feels like there's a lot of Fi and a lot of Syndras out there at the moment. So I also see quite a few Iras. So I wonder if Blazon is actually a legitimate sideboard option, because it's I'm not sure it's good enough to actually turn that into a more favorable matchup. I played into a Fi earlier today, a game that I lost, However, I did misplay quite badly there, and I wonder if the 5 block I got out of Blazon would actually have turned the tide if I play better. Would have to play such a game with your partner, or in general to game with your partner? Oh yeah, dude, we've been playing what's it called? Divinity Original Sin 2 together. It's been pretty good. Right, so otherwise the deck list is unchanged. Yeah. But I want to try those 2 cards. See how it goes. Maybe it doesn't do anything, and then we can always return to the old one. I mean, listen, I know what I got. I know what I got, yeah. Hey, Vami, thank you very much for the follow. How are you doing today? Thank you. How you doing, Black Belt? Well, we haven't finished it yet. I thought I finished it by myself a few years ago, but apparently I never did. We're like in the last chapter. We kind of got stuck. Good to hear, Black Belt. Anyway, so let me quickly check the music is not too loud. Let me know if it's too loud, if you want to hear it up a little bit more, if you don't care. First act is the best, to be fair. I like the second act a lot. Do you mean in Divinity Original Sin 2? I like the second one. Like, I like once you get away from like the prison. Like, I like that area. I also did a new one for first time in my life. Still have to test it. Ooh, what kind of Oscilio? Are you playing like mainly spells, or are you playing Gun and Flash? I played the second one with 3 friends, but we never finished it. Yeah, I mean, I guess 4 people coordinating is probably core. I'm randomly all about Levia right now. No idea why, but I hope she gets at least 8 tiers sometimes. Dude, she's super fun. She's just like, she constantly fights herself, and she's just really hard to play. There's a lot of moving parts, but she's cool. All right, let's have a quick look at the national results from this weekend before we go into gameplay. So, what's the difference? Aren't all cards spells? No, not in the Gone in a Flash version. You do play attack actions in that one. So, Kasai won in Taiwan. Belgium was won by Dash.io. France was won by Prism. Then Ziggy took Denmark. Cyprus was also taken by Ziggy. Then Prism won Iceland, which made her reach Living Legend. Oscilio in Brazil. Oscilio in the Netherlands. Vincent in Slovakia. Interesting. Jarl Finland. That's very fitting it is, isn't it? The way that you imagine Finland like being cold and this guy, which is all about ice, wins. Too fun. Gravy Bones won Hong Kong. That's, yeah. Like Mexico Puffin. That's really... Wait, another Jarl in South Korea? Yeah. And then Puffin Mexico is just really cool. Prison got LL, so now I'm in search for new heroes. So is Ira the one? I don't know, Whammy. I think she's in a decent spot. I wouldn't put her at the top of the meta. But if you liked Prism and you played her, maybe playing like the best meta deck maybe isn't your priority anyway, right? So we're all today as well. Laughed hard. Yeah, it's like, yeah, right. So now what stood out to me, like I'm not going to go into it in detail, right? But what stood out to me is that we have quite a few Arakni marionettes come in. We didn't have that many last week. We basically had this one Arakni marionette here in Lithuania coming into top 8. Otherwise, none. This is different this week. We have 2 in Denmark. We have 1 in Brazil. We have 1 in the Netherlands. We have 1 in Finland and 2 in Hong Kong and another 1 in South Korea. Well, actually, wait, there's 1 in Mexico as well. So maybe sticking with Arakni Marionette would have been the right choice for me. However, I still think playing Ira is a good decision for me because it's a straightforward deck. I know how to play it. And there was another one that made a top 8 this week. Only one this week, which was actually top 4 in Finland. Reiner only made 1 top 8 as well. Yeah. Was there anything surprising for you guys? There's a lot of Oscilio, dude. There's a lot of Oscilio. So I guess I should have a plan into Oscilio. I should have a plan into Oscilio. I don't know if I do. Hey Nate, how you doing? Hey Vami, where are you from, by the way? Good. All right, let's play. We can talk about everything else as we go along. Let's get a game playing. I'm gonna play Ire, but sold my pain in the backsides, and I'm too stubborn to buy them. But they're not expensive, are they? Texas, USA. Texas is huge. Huge. Yeah. I had a player come in on SAT from the state. I said that I thought he was a hotshot because he played on Pro Tour. He was a Bravo main, and unfortunately ran into Ziggy, Syndra, Fi, and Ire. He stormed out after he got his gem packed. Oh wow! Oh my! Oh my! Okay, this is actually interesting. I haven't played this matchup yet. It may be relevant. Let's do thinking. Please bear with me. What are we taking sideboard? I want to say, do we need to fat deck this? I don't think so. Cunning Retort doesn't really do something, but it is the 3 block. So we're taking a Sound the Alarm. I'm taking the Ripple away. The Ripple away. So that needs 3 more cards. I think I'm just taking the 3 blocks, to be honest. Would Oasis make sense against dominated attacks? Let's bring 1. They're 30 USD a pop. That is more than I thought. That's more than I thought. Oh, they left! Oh, boo! Well, that sucks. I took too long. Thinking, please bear with me. Do I want to go first or second? I'll go second. I'm not sure it makes a huge difference here. Alright, so this is a different game plan. They need to cut and retort. They do like to make tokens. And they're gonna have huge dominated. So let's bring the Ripple away as well. And they could have Razor Reflex, right? So let's bring the Sound the Alarm. The jerk to a girl that was running Ire. That is... Dude, that's no way to represent the community. Gave him 2 warnings? Oh, wow. What the heck happened? By the way, did your beginner tournament happen yet? Heart of Faendal. So they're going... Is this a fatigue build? Oh, they're playing the new weapon. All right, let's see how this goes. They may be trying to fatigue me. The shield definitely says fatigue is the way. So, do they care about Warmongers, chat? Do they care about Warmongers? So this is really hard in every matchup where they play Ramparts, right? It's basically... This is like the first damage is always negated. They don't think so. Okay. The auras are instant. Fair. Alright. I'm wondering if I should just play like a 1 attack so I can... No, actually I didn't bring the... Looking for a scrap. And the Sirens. Yeah, I think they're full on fatigue here. Alright, so how are we adjusting our gameplay then? I think in that case... We need to make the dual threat turns count. Yeah. I'm gonna go for buff power here. What we do here? Kill him? I'll try, Bamboo. I'll try. As always. But I'm just trying to come up with, like what do I need to do? Wait, did they just get it? They just discarded a card of mine. Well, that's not nice. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be full on fatigue. +8. Yikes. This is not dominated though. They have no resources floating. So this is, when it deals 4 or more damage to a hero, they discard a card. I do not like that one bit. Now what I would love to do is keep the Command and Conquer here. If I do it like this, I will keep the cards in my hand, but I do give him 3 block. I do want to send that Command and Conquer. Yeah, we'll do it. Unless I have like some weird attack reaction here, which negates everything I'm doing. All right, 38 to 37. Now that is, of course, the arms and the pouncing. Paul already having blocked is going to be a huge impact to my game here. Now the thing is, theoretically, me countering their strategy shouldn't be that hard because they draw more cards, right? So I think just blocking 12 is better. The deck is all about on-off turns. Yeah, that is actually fair feedback. How do you feel about your nationals now that you're a couple of days removed from it, Lillian? Right, so Command and Conquer for 7. I mean, the problem, I think, here's the other problem with my turn as well. It's because this is likely, their arsenal is likely an instant. So, you know, I think just blocking would have been correct. Because, with my hand, I mean, because this could have just as likely been an aura, right? Why are they blocking 6 but not 7? Oh, that's why. Yeah, it's full on fatigue, dude. No, Craig got pretty unlucky multiple times in matches. Ah, that sucks. That sucks. You did say that already. The cutting retort would have been pretty fun into this mites. I don't think I need this card. We can go Kodachi, Bittering Thorns, Rushing River, putting this in Arsenal, taking through this. When this hits a hero, the crowd boos you. Yes, but I can't block 6 on this weapon here. So they're definitely already... We're about even on cards at the moment. Okay, so the might is now there. So using the cutting retort here would actually be fine. Hey, Burst, how you doing? How are you? How was your weekend? So Kodachi for 1. Let's start there. There's any Oscilio or Gravy, while those were the decks I picked Dory for. And it was like a reasonable expectation that you would face those, right? Like, it wasn't like that kind of was the meta. Did you just get Gemlock, or was the meta a bit different than you were expecting? Hey, Shiny Fishes, 16 month. Thank you so much for the support, my dude. Thank you, thank you. No, they were the most... Wait, so they were the most played decks and you dodged them all? Ah, that sucks. That's feel bad. Yeah, guten Abend. Guten Abend. Guten Abend, der Herr. So we'll play the Cutting Retort because we get rid of this 1 value, right? So that will feel pretty good. And this hits. So I could actually... Kodachi for 1. Just get more damage through. Because the draw of the Mask Momentum doesn't really matter here. So I obviously should have done this the other way around. But I thought Cutting Retort was going to go into Arsenal. Wait, hold on. I made a mistake here. I need to take that back. We need to play this for the resource first. And then the Cutting Retort, and that will destroy one of their mites. Right, good value here. Next time we will put out damage, just try and prevent 3 of the damage that source would deal. Alright, so they're preventing 3 here. I'm getting the mask trigger, doesn't matter because I have a bad blue in my arsenal. Oh, sigil. Okay, if it's a fatigue game, then really the life differential doesn't make. Okay, but we're even life, so this is just 2. Why? Oh, because of line crossers. Yes, because even... Yeah, because that triggers it. Yeah, crosses, yeah. Yeah, Veed, yeah. Wait, what Whammy? Hey, Veed, what's your beef with Whammy? Oh, what's your beat there? Please don't send my viewers away. Don't send my viewers away. We want each and every one of them. All right. So the problem here is, actually, let me take this damage. It's only 5. It's vanilla. The reason why I'm taking it is because I want at the end to turn with the turn of tempo in Arsenal. So the problem here is, right, I want to send Kodachi, and I need to pitch something. So I need to pitch one of these 0 blocks, 0 cost. Now they're just going to activate the Rampart here and block this out. So that means I can't activate Cut Through off the first attack. So that means I need to hope that they need the second one to hit, which means I can't activate both cut-throughs. So I'm going to have to pitch for that again. And I'm wondering if I should pitch Torrent of Tempo instead. Yes, because we're playing a dual threat turn, then I'd rather have a 0 cost, but yeah, no, that's actually incorrect. Because they will block the first Kodachi in every single instance. So they let that hit. Alright, in that case, we play cut through. Did I pull anything good from the new set? No. I have like 1 pack left, and it was been very bad so far. But I only opened 1 box, so it's all good. I don't care, Veet. I don't care if he's your local. I don't care if he's your brother. Open a pack. I will. Now, I have to hold it up here, though, because my phone broke on Friday, and I used my phone as a camera, and I don't want to use my brand new phone as a camera right now. So, I'll have to do it old school. Omens? Yeah, let's do the last pack. I put my Bravo deck together for Nationals, and I needed like a couple of cards. And the funny thing is I opened 2 packs, and each pack had exactly the 1 card that I needed. I'm going to play this Rushing River here from Arsenal because it's a back card, and I don't know what's doing in my Arsenal. It's just kind of... I haven't wanted that in there for a while now. Okay, so the line crosses are gone now. But that makes sense because they were able to preserve a life lead, right? Yeah, so they're hitting for 4 here, getting them boots. Where are my defense reactions? Somebody please tell me where my defense reactions are. We're gonna block for 3. Is the data worth 250 now? I don't know yet. Because it would basically be just pictures, right? I was able to save, like, funny enough, apparently... Android made a backup of my apps that I wasn't aware of, so I've got my apps back. Wait, so they're taking the damage here? They're taking the damage. Alright, so I think they have a big turn here, so they don't want to block. No, they were probably just calculating. They're just going to try and stay 1 life point ahead. That's the plan here. Yeah, they're just going to try and stay 1 life ahead so they can maintain the life lead. Okay, Terror Thunder is going to the bottom of the deck. That may be a card that could expose me to troubles if I'm not careful. So I wonder how many Remembrances they're playing. They've shown us 1. They're letting the... No. Oh, wow, but they're throwing... Yes, look at how they're protecting their life lead, right? They're even throwing Feindos in front of that. Okay, when you control 3 or more auras, it gets +3 when this hits a hero, destroy an intimidated card that they own. Okay. What are they intimidating? If I block 6... Doesn't Android have Cloud backup? Yes, but not for pictures, right? Also, I deactivated a lot of like the auto uploads of pictures and videos because I don't want Google to have all that stuff per default. And now it's biting me in the ass. Like, what I don't understand is why I didn't activate the cloud backup for my authenticator app. Like, that was the dumbest idea. That was really dumb. If I want to block this out, otherwise I get a card. They get a card anyway. Alright, I'm just gonna block it out then. I am going to send an attack to censor, even though it is not very efficient. But they're very keen on keeping their life total higher than mine. And they've given me basically all their equipment to do that. So, yeah. I got a bit lucky I had the tonic up and run. Oh, come on. No. Okay, too bad. Well, they're still gonna have to throw block at this. Yeah, but that still needs a card. Ah, that was pretty good. Pretty good. But I think they're in a bind here. I think they've used their equipment really early, which feels kind of in my favor, I guess. Isn't 90% of your plays inefficient? Burst, you're gonna have to try harder if you wanna burn me here. Yeah, that was a really good card to intimidate that card again. But at least we got it out of the way. But dude, the mites that they keep creating is insane. It's insane. To have backup and access code written down somewhere for your authenticator. Yeah, that like the authenticator is a real problem, right? That was a huge mistake. And I work in IT. You know, that full transparency. I should not make that mistake. We're blocking 6. So I can Kodachi CNC for 7. There is no raise reflex because they don't have a resource floating. Give me time to warm up. It's fair, it's morning for you, right? So, you know. You know what? I'll give you that one. How about Prism reaching Living Legend, guys? That was not on my bingo card. I mean, I knew she was up there with her points, right? But I didn't think she would Living Legend before Victor. In what world do we have Victor not reaching Living Legend, but Prism did? Just in time for next Prism? Are you that certain that we're going to get a new one? That's another Zitchel. Again, in this kind of matchup, the life total doesn't really matter that much. But they did bait the attack quite well here. So they only have 1 might this time, which is good. That's good. Blocking, this is attacking for 7. Is this the right block? It's either that or Sensor, right? This and Flick Flack. And then I need the blue to send Kodachi Sensor. This does enable a dual threat turn, but I feel like Sensor is a bit better because Easter Egg is sometimes a bit awkward. Yeah, even with dual threat, this would be really hard to play. I think this is the play. This is the block. Major Hopium for a new Prism. Double light shadow set still on the table, dude. Yes, I mean I'd been. When did Prism go this weekend, Donnie? Wait, did people bamboozle us? Is she actually not gone? All right, Kodachi. So they are 32 plus 6 is 38. I also have 38 cards. And they're, again, look what they're doing. They're just making sure they're just staying higher on life. They've been managing that really well. And now just the last attack, they're going to, again, just make sure that they're not going below life. This has been really good from them. Honestly, I'm quite impressed how they've managed the life total. 5 gamers keep the game's economy going. Listen, you know, you can't really argue with that. You can't argue with that. And you also know, like, Prism players are historically players that like to bling out their decks as well, right? Like really bling out their decks. Hey, how you doing, Scorched? Yeah, so this is taking 1 damage. Okay. Mask doesn't do anything, but wouldn't they have wanted to keep it 1 higher? Crap, what do we call? What is a good card? I want to say Cruel Ambition. What is a good card? Mocking? Yeah, but they're not higher life than me. Well, they could play another Sigil and then they're higher. Yeah, Mocking Blow would actually be I think Mocking is a good choice. It could be anything, but I think Mocking, because they're probably running at least 6. That's a good choice. And if they play a Sigil, they're suddenly higher life than me, right? I think that's exactly what happened here. That was a good call. I'm gonna play Sink Below here because I'm not really happy with my hands. I'm gonna sink the East Strike. Yes. And then perhaps we have a dual threat turn in our hands. Aha. This is actually interesting. See? There it is. I think you called with Mocking Blow. I think you called it. I think you were exactly right. Thanks, Sweet. I think that was it. That was it. All right, so my plan here is on this turn is Kodachi pitching the East Strike. Dual threat. Kodachi. No, so Kodachi pitching East Strike. Pouncing Paws, Tiger. Dual threat. Getting the Tunic resource, Kodachi into Snatch. No, because the sensor is already there, so the sensor will do work. But then I don't have the resources. I could pitch a Snatch. Or do we delay this by a turn? Maybe Kodachi into Sensor. Arsenal the dual threat. Because it's not a great setup, right? It's absolutely not a great setup. Any opinions? Not sure on this one. Like, the reason why I want to try and force the dual threat is because they've been trying so hard to keep higher life than me. And that would be the best way to push them into it. Actually, no, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go. It's not... I wanted the blue here. I didn't want to draw a Snatch of the sink below. Oh. Oh. Alright. Alright. Right. What do we do? Okay, forget about everything that I said. I'm just going to double Kodachi into Sensor. The leave them hanging really messes up. What do you think about Shuriken Fatigue Ire with Remembrance? I played it and it's so much fun to play, but I'm not sure how good at a competitive event. I don't even know if that version, Jonathan. Do you have a list you want to share? I've never seen anybody play it. I do love myself a bit of Fatigue decks. So they're currently... That's a second Remembrance there, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, do not love more Remembrances. Now, they can't let this hit because I'm just going to call Mocking Blow again. Probably a defense reaction here. Oasis, yeah, but you got a pitch, friend. Wait, they had a pitch? Alright. Well, that's sadness. You monster for liking Fatigue? Dude, why should everybody else have fun? So wait. Are they... The crowd boos you? Defending action, cards controller halved. Instant pay to the crowd boos you. Defending action, card +1. Whenever the crowd boos you, create a might token. Is it worth to discard this cripple away to get rid of that might token? It's a big investment for 1 might. Alright, it is an action. Okay. Yeah, it's a Mocking Blow, right? But it's 1 might. No, if you boot this turn, gets possible. No, he does create it. Okay. All right, let's use it to block then. Actually, do we use it to block? Let's think about this. Yes, because I don't really need it. We're gonna go... I actually have more cards in my hand than I need, but they're all... I don't want to use them for blocking. Oh... Hey, I was gonna ask the same Electrum. Dude, why are you stealing my questions? How you doing? Liking, accepting, fatigue is a sign of a mature player? You know, you gotta do what you gotta do to win games. Right. I should have probably... You know what I should have done better in this game? Is make sure I don't take this damage that helps them stay at a higher life total than me. Because I feel like I've given them, like, damage when I didn't need to. And it's helped them stay on a higher life total. I should have just blocked the 2 here. To not give them this delta in life. It would make their life much harder. Numbers will be banned. People are just playing it in too many decks now. I mean, I think that's actually a good take. Like, personally, I feel like the meta's in a good spot. It doesn't feel like something is oppressively good. But I think that would be an interesting thing to do. Which decks would be, like, hard hit by that right now? Oh, that is a good point as well. Like, just extending the tournaments, right? Ah, damn it, the Sirens. Yeah, I should have blocked here. I should have just blocked more. I just straight up blocked more. I think this is maybe just another hammer hit. We're on 33 cards. They are on less. But they do have the Remembrance. I think what we're doing so far is working okay. Almost the newer or players who don't understand the game who complain about fatigue, saying it's not Flesh and Blood. I mean, people just want to go brrr, right? I'm going to call another Mocking Blow. Let's do it. They have the card set up, they have the life total, they have what they need to make that count. With the mites, with the higher life total, with the extra card in hand. There we go. That's a hammer for 8. Alright, so I want to just block for 7. We'll take 1. What is this? It's plus, it gets go again. Alright. Show me what you got. Mocking Blow on top of this? No, they can't. Why they go again? Steps away, so if you turn destroy this, then create a confidence and 3 might. Nice. Board state deck. Bigger than fatigue. How many of their yellow crash cards left? That's a really good question. I don't know. Depends how many they play. They have 1 more short shrift. What else would we need to expect here? A Mocking Blow, but that's... yeah. I like to leave them hanging, the 2 gone. I really like that. That is something I do like. Why are they blocking with 2 cards? That makes no sense. I was gonna say. The thing is, I think it's quite easy to use Rampart because you do have that extra card in hand, right? So just being able to utilize that every turn, it's pretty simple. They're taking it down. Okay, sound the alarm. Show me what you have. Oh, Mocking Blow, Cruel Ambition. Yikes. Yikes. I would love to buy a defense reaction, please. So that leaves 1 Mocking Blow red. Plus the card that gives you 3 mites in hand, right? The Cruel Ambition, yeah. I was wondering where that card was. Yeah, I'm not sure they're happy with getting them all in one hand. confidence. All right, so they're going for 7 here. I wonder if I block 6, 7 might with the confidence. Next turn is gonna hurt. So I'm thinking dual threat, counting pause. Oh wait, actually, wait. I can destroy confidence and the might. So we're keeping the cutting retort, of course. Yeah, but yeah, oh, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah. So then the plan is Kodachi for 1. Counting pause for 1. Unless I mess up my turn again. Dual threat, Kodachi into cutting retort. I will need 1 resource, 2 resource. That's all the resources I need. That means I have 2 resources left to destroy 2 of those. Okay. But of course the life delta will open up quite a bit here. Especially with these 6 mites that will still remain. Now what I don't want them to have is the 3rd lethal hanging. That would be really, really bad for me. So please. Please. No. I forbid it. Now, the pouncing pause is a huge signal. They'll have it. I know, right? I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it. Do we block with 1, or do we still have dual threats left? We do, but I should have blocked a bit better to better understand what I'm doing here with the dual threats later in the game. Yeah, they don't care much because of the might and the confidence, right? Therefore, like, I don't care. I'll take your damage. However, they're about to be very sad. This is perfect card here. This is such a perfect card. Buy confidence, buy might. Cutting retort for 9. Played retort first, then tunic. Oh, good shout, Veed. They're on lower life. They're on lower life. There's wow, 11. Okay. Warmongers. If we, I am going to block more here. What does this do? Your next gets +3. Boo, that gets another might. So if we block, if I block 1 more, I keep giving them this free boo, right? I shouldn't do that. What I'm hearing is getting bonked. Hey, Matt. Gold hammer for 11. Keep the tunic. Yeah, maybe give him the mask. My play is Kodachi, Snatch, right? Yeah, but they've never, they let mask hit once, and it didn't matter. I think they're very attuned to not letting it hit, so I'm just going to use it to block here. So they've got 17 plus 5 is 22, 23 cards. I have 24 left. Give mask above 20 feels wrong. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. The thing is, because they have to try, because they have to try and stay higher life than I am, they do need to give me cards, right? Even if I'm not threatening Mask of Momentum. Here, this is basically Mask of Momentum at home. Alright, they're giving me, I was gonna say they're giving me the draw, they're not. They're just smacking me the hammer again for whatever, how much that is. 4. fine. This is a very bad hand. Let's block the 4 here. Let's not leak any life here. The short shift was just put at the bottom of the deck. If I want to have a go again, I need to send Kodachi with pitching this red. This may actually let them catch up because this is a very bad turn. Where are all my blues? Where are all my blues? I wonder if I want to arsenal the Cutting Retort here. Yeah, let's play the second Kodachi and put the Cutting Retort because I do want to create tokens, right? So they don't have a might though. If they create one, yes. Well, they're going to create it now. Cutting was better. Yeah, you're right. My focus should have been trying to do as much damage as possible, so I lost a bit of sight of that one. Dual threats. Yeah, now I don't have to go again anymore. You were correct in all things. You were correct in all things. Is this correct? Actually, hold on. Yes. I want to keep the other cards. So I'm still on higher life than they are, which is good. We'll double Kodachi and see what they do, and maybe then we either play the Cutting Retort or the Sound the Alarm. Sound the Alarm. Oh, Feindals again? Wait, how did they get Feindals back again? Didn't they just pitch it last turn? Did they shuffle their deck? I feel like they shuffled, okay. Yeah, Bittering Thorns would have been... I mean, I didn't know the dual threat was going to come, but yeah. And this allows them to go higher life. Okay, so I do think I'm going to play the Cutting Retort here. Or do I even play the dual threat? It is -4 damage, but it does send the Cutting Retort for 8 damage instead of 5. I'm gonna do it. Keep the pressure up. I only need 1 resource, right? Yes. Because it's only 1 might. Let's get rid of that extra might. Push this up to 8. Get rid of the might. That feels pretty good value. You're basically getting 2 value out of that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Whew. I mean, they do have another Remembrance, right? They can get some... Okay. Fitz is about to go outside to watch the Brazil game. Lucky dog. Confidence next turn. How do you know they're gonna have a confidence next turn? Oh, because of this. Good challenge. Good challenge. I think that would be really good, but I think I also just want to give him harder things to think about the amount of damage that I'm doing. And I think if the might isn't there, like getting the hammer to hit is so much harder. Because now they're lower life, right? To be fair though, I didn't think about this, so, you know. Upside wants to go out now. Yes! No patience. That dog has no patience. Alright, this is for 2. 6 might though, for the turn after. Alright, so here is what we're gonna do. So we have more cards. I think we are probably just gonna fatigue them. The 6 might with the confidence is gonna hurt like an MF though. How many defense reactions left? feel like, yeah, I was gonna say a shelter is left in there. Yeah. One shelter. They have 3 remembrances? I thought I only saw another one, but I may have missed it completely, right? You know. I may have missed it. Who knows? At the end of the day, it's all about the reps. Alright, remind me not to forget about the pack to open afterwards. So that is 1 card pitched, those. So that's an aura. That's not an attack. I feel like we're reaching like the final hurrah here. So I wonder if they're ignoring this. They're no life anyway. They have the confidence and the might. They're just gonna smack me. No need to stress about remembrance. Will be banned tonight anyway. Oh, cross guild exchange. You're in that gang as well. You guys can form up a group of people that's gonna get banned. You seem pretty confident. What's your intel there, friend? All right, so I'm gonna play Turned Off Tempo next because I feel like they want to keep their hand, and now they have a decision to make. 7 might and the confidence. All right, that is. Ooh, we got battered, beaten, and broken as a block. You need to stress about remembrance because the ban doesn't take effect until after that. That is good point. That is a good point. No changes personally. Nobody has intel, not even me. You know what? Fair. It's +5. That is 13 damage. That is about 10 damage too much. That's about 10 damage too much. Okay, it is what it is. So we're taking 7 here, so they're above life total of mine again. By the way, good vibes. Everybody send Scott some good vibes, please. I demand it. I command you. Send Scott some good vibes. Raise your hands and send those vibes. So they have 14 cards left in the deck. Pretty similar to me. It's gonna get very close here. Now, the Terrace Under. Let's not forget about that. Terrace Under is gonna be... Alright, that's fine. You know what? I didn't necessarily need that card in hand. I leave them hanging. If they play it, this is fine because I can play this on the alarm just as well. The Snatch would have done anything anyway. Sent Batterite, so I'm out. Burst. You know what? You know what? This is your chance to break through that persona and do something positive. So the social media post isn't invalid, was said, but I think a few people are feeling similar, so feel alone. Will you be at Worlds? Yes, I will. Yes. Hotel, train tickets, everything booked. Oh, wait, maybe you're actually asking Scott and not me. I was like, I assumed you were asking me. I was like, wait, hold on. Hold on. We've got a much bigger personality in chat here. Well, if you're asking me, yes, I'll be there. I will let Scott answer for themselves. So, have you give Aggro a yellow rebel? I did give Aggro a yellow rebel. I think social media is around people that they're not alone. People look up from his research, like to remind them I'm human too. Hey, everybody is, right? And I think I was talking with somebody about this on the weekend, right? I think one of the good things about our times, and I mean this genuinely, is that we're much more open about talking about the struggles that we face, right? I think in the past, it was way too much that people would just eat it into themselves and would not talk about it, which created a whole lot of other issues. So I think people being able to talk about what they're going through and getting support instead of just being like dismissed is like one of the positive things that have come like out of the last 10, 15, 20 years. And I think that that's huge, right? Like, you know, back in the, you know, in 30, 40 years ago, you know, people just didn't talk about it. Like, everybody just tried to get along, and, you know, if you didn't, then, you know, you had an issue. But, yeah. Paris will be spectacular. I'm invented for you all to see more about it. Dude, I can't wait. I would love to go to Korea. Could have kept Easter egg. I think you had a lethal dual threat there. No, because I was thinking... Yeah, maybe. But my thinking was, I'm just going to Kodachi into dual threat. Yeah, you're right. I was a bit distracted. Yeah, I think I could have taken it. Then we're human and we're in this together. We are. And listen, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I know there's a lot of bad things happening in the world. There is. Like, all over the globe. Heinous, terrible things are happening to people every single day. And I'm not going to trivialize that. However, if you look at the history of our civilization, if you look at the history of humanity, we have never had it better. Like, healthcare has never been better. We've never had less people in complete poverty. We've never had more people educated. We've never had a lot of good things. So, like, there's so many things that we need to do to further improve. And we have to keep working on it. But you can't forget, it's never been this good for humanity. Never. And if you look at the big picture, it's getting better. It is getting better. Don't ever forget that. Korea seems like such an interesting place. I would love to be able to travel, even a small amount if you guys get to. Dude, Korea is great. I would 100% recommend it. Welcome to Korea. Expect to see you here. Jonathan, you're from Korea, dude? Oh, man, I'd love to go. I was there, like 10 years ago, and I have so many good memories. I think I'm all down to blues. I think I'm out of attacks myself. So who's gonna get fatigued first here? Are they gonna fatigue me? Or am I going to fatigue them? I think I'm all out of reds. I think you were right, Tweet. I should have just taken the damage and go for a big attack there. I don't know if he has been affecting anyone else's mood. Yeah, definitely. For sure. For sure. It's been terrible. Like, the heat hits different in the UK. Alright, so we've got 7, 8, 9. 9 cards left. And they have 5. They have 9 cards left as well. I, however, have 1 more block on Spring Tunic, and I have 1 more life. So... now we're gonna be back on even life. So at the end of the turn, they would gain 1 life, so I am sending the Pouncing Key. Because again, they're trying very, very hard to equalize the life total that's in. You have AC? Dude, no. I will tell you straight up, nobody in Europe has AC. I'm thinking about getting it done now because, you know, the hot days are not going to get less. The houses in Europe are built, or at least in large parts of Europe, or let's say Northern and Central Europe are being built to retain heat. That's what we do here. We're not building for hot heat. Wait, you have AC in Belgium? Get out of here. You... How? I'm jealous. Plus, with no AC sounds like death. 30 degrees is fine, dude. When it hits 35, 36, 37, that's when it gets bad. At least my windows are north-facing, so if the sun doesn't hit until late afternoon. Right? I wonder, can we get away with 1 card block here? Let's block so we don't drop lower life than them. I don't want to give them that value. And then I'm going to try and go for a big turn here. If they let the Kodachi hit, I'm going to attack with cut through. If they don't let it hit, we're in Arsenal up for the next turn. 30 is like, it's bad, right? But you get through it. But if you have like back-to-back 35, 36 days, then bad. Both 37 degrees hit looking directly at the sun. Dude, Scott, couldn't you go to like a coffee place? Well, I did the same. I actually went to the office last week, just so I could be in an air-conditioned room. But this also does not get rid of the heat, it just moves it, and that can make problems in big cities where you end up cooking the streets. Yes, Lillian. You know what the solution is? More trees. But they pruned the trees in our street in early summer. Why? Why are you pruning the trees? Are we going for it here? Yes. Although, they can probably just take the damage because they're still on 12. This may be a mistake. They still have the Terra Sonder, right? Wait, you're on a ladder watching this? How are you on a ladder watching this? How are you on a ladder? Sadly, confidential information is my home device only. I can't move it with it. Dude, that makes actually a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That is, yeah. That is very sensible. All right. 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards left. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards left. I am not gonna give them the boo. Not this turn. Not this turn. So this is the rest. This is what they have left. I wonder. So we know exactly. I was gonna say 1 is a gem, right? So that's nothing. We know 1 is the blue bonk. Do they have 2 bonks? Oh, it's a yeah, but the discard doesn't work on the hammer. So they may be going for like 1 big turn here. All right, I'm just gonna pass here because 1 damage is not gonna make a difference. The Terra Sonder. So do they have an attack for the Terra Sonder? All right, I think they're trying to kill me on the very last turn. There are Britons being ordered to remove their AC from their home in the 30 heat where alone lets to use a net zero crackdown. These units are not a problem for energy usage. Wait, really? This only helps so much in a lot of older streets. The sites are built too close to each other for proper airflow and ends making a heat bubble at the street level. Made a lot worse by all the asphalt we have that also heats up a lot. Many modern cities need to be redesigned to deal with the kind of heat. That is correct. However, having trees is better than not having any trees. Right? Having trees is always better than not having any trees. So, yes, I see what you're saying. I'm almost out and about doing things and watching all the content creator streams. Dude. I mean, just be careful when you're up on that ladder. Do be careful. This next bonk is gonna hurt. Can they kill me here? I'm gonna have to discard 2 cards, right? If they have an attack left. I didn't keep track. Is this on a hammer? Short Shrift. Wait. Am I gonna lose all my cards? That's it, right? No, the Terra's under, dude. No, I'm losing all my cards. This deals 4 more damage. So here they discard a card. Okay, so I discard 3 cards. Yeah, I have to take it. They have another Terra's under. Nice stacking. Yeah, now they're gonna kill me with a hammer with the Terra's under for Dominate. That's how they're gonna end the game. Yeah. No, it's not Kodachi locked. It's not Kodachi locked. At all. Kept the life total just high enough. Yeah, that's it. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. I thought I had this game. Actually, I thought I had this game. Alright, so here's the thing. I decided not to fat stack. I brought a clean 60, right? If I bring a couple more cards, I win. I think you may have been right, Veet. The turn where I decided not to take the damage, to go do the double trouble, the dual threat turn, I think that may have been the deciding moment. Yeah, I think this was doable. But it was, yeah, as you say, a couple of small mistakes cost me the game. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next Guardian. This Guardian is a problem. So let's bring these. That was pretty. That was hard. It was doable though, literally an apple. That was doable. How are you doing? Weakest link doesn't work here. Face doesn't do anything. Cutting a Tor. They do get mites, so yes. Okay. Right, we go first. Against the boogeyman of the meta. The boogeyman that's been around for much longer than all of us thought. I'm 1 life point ahead. Excellent, excellent. Excellent. Do we need to think about fatigue here? In this matchup. Maybe. Sorry, I need to maximize screen. Didn't win Nats this weekend. No, but it's still a pretty good deck. It's still a pretty good deck. Does he get better with Prism gone? Defense Reaction in Arsenal. Hammer. Miller's Grindstone. I should let this hit. Remembrance. Alright. Lillian, you know what? And also Cross Guild. I would very much like for what you said to happen. I would very much like for that card to be gone. How many people are playing? We're playing Prism. I don't think it will change much. That is a fair point, right? Yeah. I think that's what I've heard multiple times today. All right, we go Kodachi for 1. If they let it hit, do we cut through into Command and Conquer, or do we just Command and Conquer for 7? Let's not waste cards. He would be Command and Conquer for 7. But also then I'm IPing myself. No! Ah! I may have just played myself. I did just play myself. Hate that card so much. I hate that card so much. Test of Iron Grip. Look at that stupid buff man. Who does he think he is? Who does he think he is? Look at him. Look at him. How dare he? How dare he? I'm gonna miss Victor. Not sure if there's quite a hero like him. But I liked him. Isn't that like true for a lot of heroes? Do I let a little bit through here? We keep the Flick Flag in Arsenal for whatever Spinal Crush shenanigans we're facing next turn. What hero are you beating him up with, Gorged? Gravy? You'll have Blunton? Fair. Fair. Kodachi, and the Kodachi hits. I think there's just there may be like a pummel coming here. The answer is always Gravy. You know what? I was like, I don't even know why I asked. I hate a Victor love, but I've fallen in love with Betsy since the past 2 weeks. Ooh, Betsy's cool. Betsy is cool. Do you think some people will jump on her after Victor is gone? Do they have a pummel here? Ladies and gentlemen, do they have a pummel? Maybe. No. Okay. Could be. They have one resource floating and they had a resource over here, right? So you have to check. You have to check. I think my turn is Kodachi, Snatch. I think people will swap to Valda before Betsy. Ooh, actually I forgot about Valda. That's a good point. That's a good point. You'll all be meta if Victor's gone. Oh yeah, I'm hearing he be stoned. Oh come on. At least take the Oasis. Well, that's 2 gone. We still have a life lead, so you know. Stupid card. Stupid sexy card. I forgot to open up the pack for Black Belt, by the way. Belgnats had 8 Jarls. Wow. You know, I'd love that. Because I feel like my matchup into Jarl is quite good. Alright, yes, give me your equipment early, please, dear Madam O'Certain. Lunatic 7. Another Spinal Crush. Do they have the resources? Probably. And I have no defense reactions at the moment. Redline meta, they all will balance it out. Oh yeah, for real. Oh, Goldmane Estates. And they have 3 mites. And they have enough resources and Spinal Crush. Well, that's a big disappointment. This means no go again. Block 3. Block 4. Block 8. Kodachi, the Cutting Retort, create some mites. Eight. No pummel inside. We're still 1 life up. I mean, it would have been crazy if top 8 was all Jarls. Can you imagine? I would block 7 and do cutting to break a mite. That's what I'm doing. Oh, okay. That's actually a fair point. Yeah, keep that 1. This is Goldmane Estate. Stupid card. Stupid card. Pitching is wrong here. Probably just making Mass Pack to just play Earl. It would be amazing if like one nationality just turned up and like every single player was on the same hero. That would be amazing. Is that the third Spinal Crush? Yeah. Hello, Command and Conquer. I don't... Command and Conquer for 8, but I don't have anything in Arsenal. So my play is block with Warmongers. Take the edge out a little bit. Take 5. I have no Arsenal. Go Kodachi Kodachi Sensor. So name something Arsenal Flick Flack. More relevant Vature attacks, then she's decent. Wait, I thought her new weapon made her decent. Listen, Lillian, I appreciate you for many reasons, but no, you're wrong. Nobody wants new back. Nobody wants new. Well, okay, no, let me rephrase that. If we get new back, but new is like actually not as frustrating to play into because her hero power is not that bad, then yes. Okay, so guys, they're taking all the damage. They have 4 cards. Golden Sun time. Look at what you need to be play. Oh, so between playable and goods, there's not a level. Okay, they're not letting hit, but it was a Golden Sun, which we're gonna have called. So now it may just be a Miller's Grindstone. All red hand. All red hand. This is a Flick Flack and not a Sink Below. I think E-Strike for 5 into Snatch. Are they fatiguing me? Slightly. Which is a concern, considering we know they have at least 1 Remembrance. Or I could do Bittering Thorns. Would be nice to save a card for a potential do a threat turn. I think the play is Bittering Thorns into Snatch. It's going to be really frustrating if we get to Mistveil before revisiting the old heroes we've already been promised. Yeah, Dromite 2027, never forget. Never forget. Actually, if I do this, I waste this card. What am I doing? That was a mistake. But they're not gonna let this hit. They're gonna let this hit? Oh wow, okay. Command and Conquer for 10? Command and Conquer for 10. They may actually have a Pummel here as well. We haven't seen a single Pummel yet, and I have to assume they're playing Pummel. So what I think I'm gonna do is it worth it? Block with Sensor. Take 7 damage. Get rid of this. If we pummel, we get rid of this. If not, it goes into Arsenal at the end of the turn. That means we take 7, but I send a Kodachi and a Command and Conquer back. Yeah, let's see. I think there's a pummel here. Yeah. I felt it in my bones. I think this is the problem. I was going to say better than the alternative. I did take a metric F-ton of damage though. But let's play the CNC for 7 here. I can do what you can do. No! I hate the fact that they can block with 2 cards. And they're fine. Hate it. Hate it. So this is going to be for 7. Blocking 4. We can take 3 on this. Now we're low life. I think I'm going to do the same thing again. And just put the sensor into arsenal. We are yet to see more dual threats. I'm taking too much damage. This is like a couple of dominated attacks and I'm dead. Five gold is pretty... So basically what they're doing, they're recurring the Goldmane estate and then creating a lot of these mites, huh? This... Okay. So I don't want to take the damage here. That's the problem. So... An Oasis in Arsenal would be quite good. So I could block for 5. They have no pummel. Take 2. Then Kodachi. I'm guessing one of the Kodachis will hit. We can cut through into Sensor, into Arsenaling the Oasis. That may be correct or incorrect. We are battling what is arguably the best deck in the meta, right? So this is actually really good because I don't think I have that many reps. Okay, they're letting that hit. We are going to follow up with a second Kodachi then because we're threatening Mask of Momentum here. They are not blocking that. I think they still have one of these tests of, yes, Test of the Iron Grip left, right? So that is what we could be facing next here. Okay. Go for the cut through. This is 4 damage threatening. Okay, that's fine. That's mask prevented. Man, 6 gold and 5 cards does not give me confidence. And the sensor, I mean, we have to call the thing, right? Either go visit the Goldmane estate or Golden Sun. You don't think this is the best deck? Well, none have won so far, right? So it is actually a fair challenge. What if you don't think this is the best? What, in your opinion, is the best then? I mean, apparently Prism. Alright, so what are we facing here? They're getting a resource first. And here is the Golden Sun themselves. What a prick. Alright, if we block this... When you win a clash, create a gold token. Turn coming up, save it for Oasis, yeah. I think we're just gonna shelter here. That depends whether you like to know the best deck in a vacuum or based on results. Give me both. No, I mean, that's a bit of unfair, right? Like, in the vacuum, which deck do you think is best? Now, the Bittering Thorns isn't really that good to send at the end, but they don't know that. They don't know that. And I would be wasting 4 damage if I didn't send it now. Right, I need to get some water after this. It's still warm here. It's not 35 anymore, but it's still plenty hot. E-strike for 5. Again, I'm on 11 here. I have to be really careful. Can I take 2 damage? I think I have to. Because the next attack is probably going to be Miller's Grindstone. Not Mario Scorched. I mean, Mario's been struggling, but it's been better this week. Alright, this is just clean, right? So we're gonna... Otherwise I need to give him 2 cards. Which I do not want to do. So... It's really close though, and I don't like that at all. Quick dodge. Okay. I mean, they had to use it eventually. I think they're probably building up to their, like, big final attack here. It's not worth sending more here. Which I'm not going to. To take away the value, right? I'm so under a lot of pressure. I'm going to block 5. They never let Mask hit. Boulder drop. I'm trying to source some boulder drops. They're really hard to get. They're really hard to get. You know what would be really nice to have that one block of Pouncing Paws now that Lilia mentioned earlier on. Yeah, I'm being fatigued right now. I think they're really getting the upper hand here. They're on higher life. They have more cards. I need to block more. I wonder if I should have tried to let Miller's Grindstone hit earlier on in the game. Yeah, now... yeah, I think I'm in trouble. His mask isn't there anymore. Yeah, Boulder Drop is pretty rare, dude. Ooh. Every turn I take one more chip damage, one more chip damage, one more chip damage. And I think now in the position, like, where are my dual threats, right? Because I can't take the damage to send a big turn anymore. I think I missed my window to do something grand. The rare was only in Gem Pack Roundtable books. It was also... it's also in the Flavio Sage deck. And in the tournament pack, but, you know. I mean, you know. Oh, come on. Come on. That hurts. That hurts so much. Yeah, so... the first attack during next turn. Okay, I can stomach this. The problem is I'm going to go low here. But I can send back a lot of damage. Wait, actually hold on. I don't... so either... I think if I'm blocking here, which I need to, then I can give them the... I need to give them the Easter egg as well. Sorry. Sorry! Alright, okay, so sadly, this is what I need to do. Yep. It's too late. It's too late. I wonder... I think things would be better if I kept my mask. Dual threats, destroy this, go for 4. For 3, of course. And then Kodachi for 4. They know this is like my big turn, right? That's why they're blocking out. Which is pretty smart. They can take an off turn. Oh, especially if I get a hand like this. Yeah. I think after doing very well with this deck last week, I'm getting a reality check this week, which is frankly important. I need to do, in this kind of matchups, I need to block better. And I need to do a better job of sending good cards to the bottom of the deck. Yeah. 6 might. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I think we're dead, pretty much. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, wait, I need to block with my Spring Tunic, but yes, I got outplayed. I simply got outplayed. Boulder was in Sage Precon Gem Pack, plays Armory deck, and Tournament Pack. Yeah, so it's pretty hard to get, to be honest, right? It's pretty hard to get, all things considered. All right. Round of applause for our opponent. 0-2 today. 0-2. 2 Guardians. First one, I think I threw. This one, I think I didn't play it well, but it was a lot harder. So again, I don't at the moment have a secondary camera to open the pack, so we're just going to do old school. I'm just going to show in the camera. This, of course, is for Black Belt. I probably left like a million years ago. All right, let's see. Oh, all right, all right. How do we not get... All right. All right. Hold up. Hold up. There we go. Oh my god. All right. I'm foregoing pick one here because it's really hard to see. I need to fix my camera situation. But since my phone broke this weekend, I'm kind of all over the place with my setup. Ooh, equipment. And a ponder. And this box was crap. What's the biggest hit you've got from pack open on stream? Like regular streams? I don't even know. I think we've hit a few legendaries. Nothing super exciting. I think on the box opening streams, we've hit a couple of fables. I think I opened up Riches of Tropeldani on stream when we did the stream for the High Seas unboxing. Do you guys remember anything else? I feel like my box openings on stream and my pack openings have been pretty bad. At the very start, when I started streaming, I hit one of the Marvel Heralds, which was a good hit. You hit Heart of Faendal and an antique pack from Wraith. Oh yeah, did I? No. Maybe. I don't think so. Oh, and a special pack. Ava, what would you like? Gem pack 3, 4, or 5? By the way, A Pound of Flesh Season 4 is going into production this week. It's been getting harder and harder getting hold of people, but I got 4 or 5 people lined up already, with the first interview happening this Wednesday. Gem pack 3, alright. I hope I didn't promise you. It's the only Gem pack 3 that I have, actually. So we'll go here. Gem pack 3. The most big fab names already. It's getting light. Somebody I would love to have is Yuki Lee. I'd love to have Yuki Lee Bender. Oh, look at Flex Strength. All right, let's get the art card out of the way. Art card out of the way. Let's see if we get something good here. Oh, hey, oh, that's a pirate card. I don't know if that's good. I don't think that's his play. Loot the Arsenal. That is not a playable card, I feel. I've already got Flex Strength extended arts for my RKO deck. Is okay? Alright, alright. I still have some big names, like some big names have already agreed to come on this season. I think you will not be disappointed. I don't think so. It'll be good, it'll be good, I promise you. And if you haven't listened to my podcast yet, it's called A Pound of Flesh. I basically do seasons at 10, which are 10 episodes long, and I talk about... well, I talk to pros basically and ask them, should I do to be better Flesh and Blood? What should you do to be better Flesh and Blood? It's really cool. All right, so here we go. I will test Blazing Aurora here. Blazing Aurora. We're praising. I feel like I've played the Erase Phase, but it's not that good. It's not that good. Let's play the Cutting. But again, the Fealty, they don't care that much. Thank you, Ava. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to do a special episode next week as well because of Nationals. Like I did for the end of RTN season. Where I basically talked about my learnings, right? I think I'm going to do the same thing again. I just can't forget. Somebody please remind me. I need to do that. I want to do that. Right, what else do we take? How about a Sound the Alarm? No, that makes no sense. 3 block. That does nothing against them. No, they've left. No. I love your mental intro too. Thank you, dude. The metal, not mental. It can be both. I really wanted to play this matchup because I feel like a lot of people like fire right now. Yeah, so if you want to check out the podcast, it's like on Spotify and YouTube and all those places. Sadly, the recording for the episode with Sam O'Byrne wasn't great. But he was very gracious in giving me his time. And I didn't want to try and reschedule because he's a very busy person. So it's like, you know what? The audio is fine. The video is not fantastic, but the audio is fine, so let's go ahead. Wait, were they first? That's why they dropped? I don't know. Sometimes these aggro decks, they drop if they can't go first. Right, so we can go quite aggressive here this turn. This is actually pretty good. I do like metal music a lot. I do. Man, it's such a shame. Like, I'm not a big hardcore fan, but a shame that TEFCON 1 had to be cancelled this weekend in the Netherlands. I'm guessing, Lilian, that's not your kind of music. I'm just guessing that is not your thing. Wait, why did they trigger fire already? That makes no sense. Why would you send Tenacity and Lava Burst to the bottom? Unless... Why? Why? Maybe they don't understand that they get the cards back after the first turn. I'm gonna send everything here because the Snatch will draw me a card. They do not have a 4 block here. So we're gonna send the Cut Through here, which is gonna go 4 go again because my first could actually hit. And then the Snatch to finish it up. This is a dream start. They may still block it out, to be honest. But then they have to give me equipment, which they're not gonna. But that's not my style. The thing is, like, I can't listen to a lot of hardstyle, but like every now and then a little bit. Yeah, why not? I like all kinds of music. I listen to chill stuff. I like hip hop. I like R&B. I like pop. I like metal. I like techno. I love trance. I listen to house. Hardstyle. Anything really. I have some really weird stuff. Not that much in Arsenal is really nice. Yeah. But I met a friend recently, and he was like, Oh, it was like I met a friend, like, and I haven't seen him like in like 20 years or something. Like, friend from high school. We went on a trip together for a weekend, right? And I'm like, what kind of music do you listen these days? And he goes like, I don't listen to music. I was like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean you don't listen to music? Trance is. This is not the first time I'm seeing this today. I'm not sure it's good. Is this a meta for Fi at the moment? Listen to Suno now. What is Suno? So they're taking the damage. Good, 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 good. We love that. We love that. Love it. Love it. Love it. I have more cards in my hand than I know what to do with. A music making eye. Wait, really? There's people that... Wait, really? Alright, so they're gonna have to block this or a draw of mask. Thank you. No, that's not... No, that was not the deal. You were gonna let me hit with this one. I've made a few now? Wow. Listen. I usually say different folks, different strokes, right? You can listen to whatever you want. Oath of Loyalty, Hunt of the Ends of Wraith, Flame Call Awakening, Phoenix Flame, and Spreading Flames. No resource cards. Wait, they're playing Final Spring Tunic. This is the right turn to have a Sink Below in Arsenal. 2 Sink Belows, great. We can block with 3 cards here and then just send the Kodachi and CNC. Like, I don't like to yuck other people's yum, but... Really? AI music? Like, my partner was pretty cool, though. She made a jingle for the channel with AI. It was pretty cool. But I was like, I'm not gonna publicize this. It was pretty cool. Are you up for a game? What are you playing? Lalu Churiosa. This was not a good turn from them. They have no arsenal, though. They have no arsenal. So should I sink to Command and Conquer? They could break the mask. They could break the mask here. I don't think it is worth sinking and potentially having a really bad turn. So I'm blocking 2 because I don't want them to trigger mask for Tenacity, right? Tenacity would be pretty good here. So I'm gonna block this. Holding on German nets. Sure, we can play a game. I'm about to get destroyed. The music mask when you're at 40 would have been fine. That's actually fair, yes. I think I'm actually going to keep Command and Conquer here for when it's relevant. Yeah, we'll keep Command and Conquer. Which placement did you have in German Nats, Lalu? Guten Abend, die Dame oder der Herr. Willkommen zum Stream mit Scowling Flashback. Magic Fiore. Fiore is Italian, right? Alright, Rise from the Ashes. 6. I don't really need these cards. I want him to Arsenal card because I want to send a Kodachi for 1 and then a... Command and Conquer. Are they breaking mask? They are. So... It's not the best of turns because I blocked the first one out, so Tenacity is not super good. I'm gonna block twice this turn. Yeah, Lava Burst makes sense. But I think you can get more out of this card if you, like, plan for it properly. Hey, thank you very much for the resubscription, Jim. Jim, 7 months, thank you so much. By the way, for those, you know, a bit confused, I am streaming on YouTube and on Twitch at the same time. And people can subscribe, well, yeah, subscribe on Twitch to the channel. And because that gives me money, I'm very thankful. At this point, I need to save Mask for 30 damage combo turn. I think so. I think I can still turn it around. You know, Fi can do big turns, but I think we had a good start. Good points, Lilian. I should have. I think we'll still get a chance to use Blazon. I died to a 36 damage turn, and that's... Well, what are you gonna do there, right? Like, you can play out of your mind. Well, but if you're facing a 36 damage turn, what are you gonna do? Was it this kind of Fi, or was it like a different kind of Fi? Bolton is one of those heroes I don't really do well against. At least this deck has a lot of defense reactions, so... Different list. Right? So many blues. If they let the Rowdy Locals hit, I'm probably gonna have to discard the Shelter. Doesn't do much damage on the noble turn. Yes, but if the pilot is good... The pilot is good. And you know my struggles with playing into warrior, right? So there's that as well. If I would have started by pitching a Shelter, I wouldn't need to discard, by the way. So... But if it does hit, they discard a card as well. So, you know what? Silver linings. Are you ready for Switzerland versus England quarters? Bold of you to think that Switzerland will make it past the next stage. We never do. We never do. It's not a thing that Switzerland is known for. I mean, our hockey team hasn't has shot a single goal in 3 finals that they played. How bad is that? Did I need to take that damage? No. So we block with 1 blue. Send Kodachi, cut through sensor. 12 to 27. I think we're in a good spot. What do you think, Jim? What do you think is going to win that match? England, of course. I don't even know what I'm asking. If Switzerland makes it that far, there's no way we win. You don't have resources, my dude. You can't attack again with Searing Ember Blade. Or period. Unfortunately, England, I think that's... Yeah. I mean, listen. I remember when Italy was good. That's how old I am. I remember when Italy was actually a good team. 1,000,000 years ago. I remember them winning the cup. They won the cup, didn't they? In the US in 1994. Or am I misremembering that? Oh, they're giving me a card. Thank you, I love a card. Sensor. What is the call? Nothing, because I have nothing left. I misread Phoenix form earlier today and that lost me the game. Because I didn't read that they need to have 3 Phoenix Flames to get the... Or... Let's get 3 Phoenix Flame to get the +3 draw. That's why I lost the game. Reading is hard. They were solid 8 years ago. Italy hasn't been solid for a long time. That card is not great. So much. Yeah, I don't know why people are playing it. Like, even getting 2 Phoenix Flames at the right time can be a challenge. I don't understand. Right? I'm obviously not a 5 player, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but... So, Cuttering a Tort doesn't really do anything here. But if we play it... Actually, no. I think if I play it, I just can... It's 4 damage. But instead I'm going to play the Pouncing Key so I can put the Defense Reaction in Arsenal. I think that's probably better than having this stock in Arsenal. I mean, we should... I mean, if I lose this, I rage quit the stream immediately. No on-hit. Well, there's actually an on-hit, never mind. But it's for... Because the way that it works, it would only discount the 0 cost, so it doesn't matter. This is 1 damage. Don't block him 1 damage. Yeah, me neither, Lilian. I don't think I've ever seen anybody. Like, who runs 3 Phoenix Flames? Like, I want to block, but I'm not going to waste my 3 blocks on a 1 attack. I'm not going to do that. Oh, hey there. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. Is this necessary? I don't think this is necessary because I can't use all my cards anyway. I can't use my cards. So why should I block with it? Don't use your equipment if you don't have to. That's silly. This Irelux's pretty sweet. I do. Hello. Give me 1 second. Sir. I'll give it to you after the game. Yeah. Vertical Mammal. So is this better? Yes, because we're gonna force him to block anyway. This is fine. And the reason this is fine is because they're gonna be in Kodachi lock if they don't block. And they can't go into Kodachi lock. I'm fine just sending the small hand. It's fine. It's a 3-block hedge up 98% of the time in Fi. Wait, most Fis have 3 in the deck now, Lilian? Oh wow, okay. Till. Ah, that's fine. Absolutely vertical. If you ever have any questions, right, what's happening, please ask. Right? The thing is, right, I've been streaming for about 3 years now. Crazy, I know. But I forget to explain what happens on the screen all the time. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. What are we calling? What are we calling? What do I not want them to play? I think a Rise from the Ashes would be a good one. Oh, Flame would have been... Of course, Jim. Flame would have been the safe one, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, alright. Kodachi for 1. They're at 4. They have to block now. They can't just let this all hit. Well, the first one maybe, but... I think at this point it's over. Because they have to block, so they need a big hand to really threaten a lot of damage. How's everybody's local scene doing at the moment? Are you guys losing players? Are you gaining players? How's all of that looking? Warmongers? Warmongers? Spreading Flames, Shelter. Yeah, they're gonna play Shelter, right? No, they have to block more because it's still lethal. Yeah, getting 2 cards here is great. Like, I'm feeling so comfortable right now. Pretty steady about maybe getting a new player every month or every other month. Right, right. Good, good. Still growing a ton despite our store's effort. Wait, what? What? Growing a lot despite your store's efforts. What is your store doing and why are they doing it? And Sigma, Bomgia, sent Havoc 26 mother effing month, dude. Holy moly on a stick. Wait, can I see? I think I should be able to see the leaderboard somewhere. I think I have an app for that. Give me a second. Give me a second. Top subs. It hasn't refreshed in a while. This is incorrect. It's showing Sigma with 17. That is wrong. Lillian, how many do you have? I mean, you and Havoc must be like the top ones. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Blocking 7. I will keep the dual threat and the snatch. We could arsenal the dual threat. So on this turn, just do Kodachi, snatch, arsenal the dual threat. Fair, sure, 4. See himself at 1 Liliana 2. Possible. I'm a bit sad that I'm a bit sad I can't look at that. Why wouldn't it tell me who has like the longest? If Lilian, they typed something earlier on. So Lilian is 24 months. You are right. You're right. Wait, why is this only? Oh, because I can't read. That's why. I'm quite happy to take this damage because I know they need to block with 3 cards here. Right? It's fine. Block this. I can finally lose my place. What? I feel like I also want to play this because I have the Marvel. Like I pulled 2 Marvels from Dynasty and they were both the same card. Yeah, we're gonna go for... Actually, no, you know what? No, I think my initial, what I said was wrong. What I'm going to do is Kodachi, break the chain, dual threat, Kodachi snatch, finish the game. Let's stop faffing around. I'm not giving them a chance. We're just finishing the game right now. Does DA sync art? Yeah. The cake? The scones? Enough faff. We finished the game. Your thoughts on what set will be? Shadow only, shadow and light? So, Halo. First of all, round of applause for opponent. We actually win against Fight. This is good. However, it feels like this player may have been quite new to the deck. That's what it felt like to me. So the deck that I have been playing... let me share this. So my pet theory is for set 20 is that it's actually a double set. We get shadow boxes and we get light boxes. Each box has 4 heroes. That's my theory. I'm hoping Jin comes back as Necromancer and Viscera will be Shadow Runeblade. Ooh, that would be cool, Halo. Hate hero set. Yes. And you can draft them both together. 4 players will get Shadow. 4 players will get light cards. Or packs. Or you make it a 4-pack draft format and every player gets 2 light and 2 shadow. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, but let me dream, okay? Let me dream. Let me dream. Shiny cards block and attack better. Them's the truth. Them's the truth. Well, anyway, again, Centavo, thank you for an amazing 26 month of support. You are amazing. You are amazing. All right, where are we at? I did say I need to grab some water. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I just need to grab some water. And then 26 after that. And then 26 more. And 26 more. Anyway, we're 1 and 2. Actually, I was playing the other deck, right? So it doesn't really count. I'm on this deck. I'm still at 68%. So I'm actually pretty happy. So let's reflect. So the changes that I made, I think I really like the Blazon. I do expect some Fi. I expect some Syndra. I think this is a good change. I haven't really felt reducing Rowdy Locals from 3 to 2. I think that is a good change. The question is Ripple Away working out? I feel like Ripple Away hasn't done much yet. Maybe I should run 3 Weakest Link in the sideboard instead of Ripple Away. Now, the problem with that, of course, is that I have 1 blue less. How often did I feel like I was missing a blue? I think in the 3 games, I had quite a few hands where I didn't have a blue. On average, about once a game. So maybe taking that blue out is actually a problem. How's your Oscilio matchup? Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know because I'm not getting the reps. Yeah. I really like that. Like, Ripple Away is one of those cards, I think when it was released, nobody really cared about it much, and now it's really good. I do think Cutting Retort is doing a lot of work. Like, I really like this card in the deck. I'm a value deck, right? And what this card does is give me a bit of an edge in the value game, and I really like that. I really like that. Let's turn this up. There, you can actually see me. Yeah. I'm not sure I like these changes yet. We have today and tomorrow to make up our mind, right? If I leave it like this, the advantage is I don't need to borrow any cards. And to be honest, I'm going for fun. Wait. Oh yeah, I had some bad games earlier on today. The first fight game I should have won here. I threw that game. Bang! It's a warrior, dude. I just lose to warriors. Lyath, I threw, and Victor was, you know, they outplayed me. Alright, let's try this again. Are you still here, Mr. Bolton from Germany? Or Lady Bolton from Germany? I don't know. The thing is, if I look at the statistics, like if I look at the data who watches my YouTube channel, it's about 99.5% male. So if I assume a watcher is male, that would be correct in most cases, right? I shouldn't assume. I shouldn't assume, but like the data does say that is usually the case. Which is not surprising considering the hobby we're in, right? Although I would... Like, how do you think Flesh and Blood compares to other trading card games and female representation? I would say, without having hard numbers, we're probably in the lower end because it is very competitive. Oh, you're not? Alright. My numbers... Well, you're changing the numbers. I like that. Good. All right. I think the German person is not here anymore, so we'll just go into the next game. We get another chance to try out the Blazon. Now, the erase phase does more work here, I think, and the cut and retort as well. So we'll run that. Sound weakest link, no. Sound the alarm doesn't really. Maybe the ripple away. And the Blazon. I do miss this resource, right? This resource of Feindals. It is a big trade-off. So the question is, So the question really is the way that you've got to ask it. Oh my god, okay. So the question you got to ask yourself is, are you trading Blazon for more value than Faendal Spring Tunic? This is 5 value. This could be more than 5 value, but the ninja games are shorter. Right? So I think that makes sense. Alright, let's do this. Actually, I need to bring these. Never mind. I'm not bringing these. 62. Seems to be a higher than average trans player population, which is great. Yes, yes. Yes. So I do think the overall community is super welcoming, which is awesome. Right? That is fantastic, and it's one of the things I love about the game, to be honest. Aether Conduit? Spelio. Wait, what is that from? Family Guy, right? Stelio. Yes. Spelio. 2. Can we convert a dual threat here? We may be able to if we draw another blue. And if they let Turn of Tempo hit, which is a big if. Alright, I done goofed. Kodachi for 1. Kodachi for 2. They don't seem to want to be blocking, so we go Turn of Tempo for 5. They're not blocking? They are blocking, but this doesn't... This only blocks for 4. That means I hit and I draw... Oh, wait. Never mind. I have Mask of the Swarming Claw. Never mind. They're probably going to attack me with something here, considering they have the... What do you call it? Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I emptied my hand, which is not something you should do. I could have prevented it though, but then I lose the extra Arcane Barrier. Are they going to stop this? I think my Oscilio matchup is quite rough. And if somebody knows how to make it better, then please let me know, because I do think it's bad. Oh my god, see what I mean? That was 7 damage on my turn. Never empty your hand against a mage. A wizard even. I should have taken out... The thing is, the problem is, right, because there are versions which are running like the more traditional package. Well, not this one. I think I should have taken out the defense reactions. Oops. 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 How does Warmongers feel into them? Should be quite good, right? Very bad. They just choose peace? Okay, never mind then. Yeah, this may not be a happy ending. Keeping 2 blues in the hand here was pretty okay, though. 0 attacks. Okay, thanks, Santavak. That makes sense. That is good to know. I don't... Like, whenever I put one of these blues in Arsenal, it feels really bad, so we're not gonna. Let's put these Warmongers at the bottom of the deck, then. I have one of these new art Warmongers. No, I did not. I raffled it away. I did raffle it away. Never mind. Okay, we're low on resources here, which is scary. Prevention, that means... Damn it. Seems pretty good. Calm Vale of Volthaven. They're still teasing us with Lexi on this card. Why, LSS, why? 9 more subs to go to my sub goal on Twitch to have a 300 lifetime subs. Actually, no, it has been more. Because I set this goal a while ago. Right. I'm so hungry because I've spent my weekend feasting. My dad was here from Switzerland, and we basically spent all weekend just eating good food, straight all around London. All right, anybody know what I should be calling here? Strike twice feels pretty good. I have no idea. What card is a good card to pick here that they can't play? Excuse me. Ether Flare? You seem to know what you seem to know your wizard, so I'll go with what you say. This will do a damage, right? So I'm just gonna... Yes, there. And stop. Stop. There wasn't a lot they could play next turn. Okay. I mean, you have to call something, right? They do prevent a lot of damage, which is interesting. But they're not preventing this one. Does it matter to them if I use Cutting Retort to destroy one of their lightning flows? Do they care? I should probably wait until they have a Ponder. With their head little, okay. I don't want to use all the resources that I have, because I'm wondering, you know, what if they, again, do something at instant speed on my turn. Although we've only taken 8 damage so far, so we're looking pretty healthy all in all. There it is. Absorb in Ether. So that's the buff. And then probably just play the Snatch here. And then I can use the Shelter to prevent damage plus the Rowdy Locals resources if needed. Yeah. It's a bit of a wasted turn, but I feel like I need to keep cards for the Arcane Barrier, right? I can't just empty my hands. I'm not sure if I'm going about this right. It feels like I'm playing pretty scared. Ah, there's the Ponder. Too bad we won't be able to get rid of it. Cloud Cover. This is for 3 prevention. It's still hitting at the moment, though. Swolio. Swolio. So, what do you guys think about BNR tonight? For those who weren't around for the discussion earlier on, do you think anything is going to get banned or restricted? Yeah, I didn't remember that, but yes, it's a good point. Wild Wild West? What do you mean Wild Wild West? Oh wow, they're letting me destroy. Oh, they're letting me waste it. Yeah, should have taken out these defense reactions. Actually, I'm gonna take this here. I need the resources to swing. Which means if they see me pitching a red, they immediately know I have no blues in hand. Which means they're just gonna do instant speed shenanigans again. Wild Wild West. I think that there'll be nothing. I don't see a reason why they would need to change anything. Not that it's gonna matter for my nationals because the changes take effect next Monday, right? So, yeah. It's not going to change anything for me either way. We're just going 3 white here. Yeah. Now the arcane damage comes my way. They have gone down to 15 life though. Right? And there's another 5 damage coming in. So... who knows? The question is, how much damage can they do? Okay. Taking them down to 10. Okay. I'm not going to use... oh, they let me end the combat chain so I can't use Mask. I wouldn't have used it here anyway. Gain 3 resources. Ether Flare perhaps here? No, they don't need 3 resources for that. Two. I think we could just do an Easter egg for 7 here, to be honest. Keep the dual threat. They're pretty close to being Kodachi locked. And I'm pretty safe from Stormstrider still at this point. That's why I wanted to keep the yellow in my hand as well. So if we can at least use like 3 resources to use for Arcane Barrier, would be pretty good. Pretty good. Here comes the arcane damage. Did you guys see the full art of this lady here? The art looks pretty badass. So they're getting a 5-card hand here. I think they're trying to find a hand to destroy me. It feels like a pretty bad game for them so far. It feels like the way that they're playing, they know what they're doing, but the deck hasn't given them what they're looking for yet. Cosmic Suture. Prevent 4 damage. Do I? Yes. Let's keep the life points high, if we can. Ether Sling for 4. Let's prevent 3 here. Get that defense reaction out of my hands. That does nothing. Prevent another 1. I'm not sure why I should have kept the thing. Seen the full art of the helm. I have maybe. Stay above 10 lives as long as they have boots. We'll do. We'll try. We're at 21, so we're pretty good so far. However, a bit short on resources this turn. So I think I'm not going to swing the second Kodachi. We're going to keep the resources instead. Well, let's see what they do first, right? Like, this is one of these matchups where, like, Kodachi, any responses, and then they'll go like, wait, hold on. Look at their cards and think for 10 minutes. Before they eventually say, you're fine. Alright, that's fine. We will just prevent 1. I'm just playing the Cutting Retort, and I'm going to force them to do something, because otherwise I'm going to take that Ponder. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Good, good, because that forces them to do something, right? I'm always a big fan of playing cards that forces them to do something, even if it's... If you force them into reaction, right? So they can't just play it as cleanly as they wanted to. I can imagine continually overblock Kodachi feels horrible, but I'm also dying. Also just dying does? Yes. And that's why she's the queen of value, right? Well, not she's... Kasai is actually better. But it is... Because Kodachis don't do much until they kill you. Right? It's fine until it just kills you. And once you're Kodachi locked, you are in a world of hurt. 2. Sure. Let's get rid of this reds. Again, let's just keep that high. Let's keep it as in the 20s as long as I can. Right, take 5, and then just gonna swing, you know what? And if you do damage, you do damage. Now, the Command and Conquerors, of course, are not that great into a hero like Oscilio, because you have to assume they often park a instant speed card in the arsenal, right? Again, it forces them to do something. Like here, where maybe they were trying to build up to something. We are not using the mask. That is a get out of jail free card. Of course, I'm down to 20, but they're on 5 life. They have to block. And B, I could actually get them Kodachi locked here. If they take it down to 1, I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, hell yeah. No! Gain a life. And now I don't have the defense reactions in hand. I am taking this because the Oasis is making it so awkward. Let's do 2. Keep it on 15. Not Kodachi locked, but almost. So we are getting closer to the 10 life threshold though, and I don't have a lot of resources to prevent arcane damage this turn. So this is getting a little bit scary. Okay, that's a prevention effect. They only have 2 cards left in hand. Draw a card here of the Ponder. That's still 5 damage coming through. That's still 2 cards to block here to not die. 2 cloud covers. Okay, that solves that problem. I would very much like to draw back up here so I have cards for our... Man, please! Where are my blues? Oh, this could cost me the game here. Again, one game where I have all reds. At the dumbest point. Now, the weakest link is a good card into them. But I worry about my life total. The Oasis could save you, it could. That's... But the thing is, they can spread the arcane damage pretty well, right? So that's what I'm a bit worried about. But if they do nothing else here, I would love to arsenal this. This is gonna be... Alright, let me put... I'm gonna have to prevent the damage here. Wait, hold on. I missed the... Wait, hold on. Hold on. There. No. This is the way to go. Save for Stormstriders? Yeah, perhaps you're right. You may be right. My thinking was like, if I never get into the range of Stormstriders, then I'm also a happy puppy, right? Just never actually get there. Should I play Cutting a Retort again to force them? Yeah, but then we keep some cards in hand to if they do arcane damage here. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I think Dagger, but then I want to keep some resources so that I don't go too close to where they can kill me with Stormstriders. But then I don't have a lot of experience in the matchup anyway, right? What is either block? I'm trying to kill you. Ah, that's actually a good point, yeah. Yeah, that feels like the better choice. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. So hungry now. Gonna have a nice bread and some salad. Need to find some boulder drops. Pumpage from the blue one, red in hand, the same if they try and kill you. Fair. Alright. So I played the Cuttering Retort here because it forces them into using the Ponder again, right? But I think you're probably right. Just go for Kodachi first. How many non-blocks does this Oscilio run on average? It feels like they block a lot better than the other Oscilio. There's a fair amount though. We'll do one here. Percent 6 damage. A lot. Good. Alright, so that is good. That means we're forcing their hand now. Ooh, I'd love a go again card. I have 2 blues though this turn, which is good so we can go white here. Kodachi for 1. Kodachi for 2. Blocking out, that's fine. Dual threat. Snatch for 7. Okay, we're in the driver's seat. I like this. They're trying the hardest not to go down to Kodachi lock, but if you're doing that, then it's, you know. Alright, Kodachi, I am pretending like I don't have a blue. Alright, baby. Let's go. CNC would have been better. Right, I'm gonna use the blue here. Wait, how many times are they bouncing this? What is happening? What is happening? Wait. When this is put in your graveyard from anywhere, you hear those 1 arcane damage. Wait, how did they play this like 4 times? I don't know what just happened, but they played this card like 4 times. So they discarded with hero for 1 trigger. Round of applause. They had to... Okay. Or, wait. Discarded with... Deal 1 arcane damage. Good game. So, when this is put in your graveyard for anywhere, hero deals 1 arcane damage to target. Deal 1 arcane... Okay, so this did damage, then did this damage. It's got a card, create opponent token, if you use this, could go away and play this. Oh, okay, so they basically... What they did was... Trigger the card, trigger the damage, trigger the damage, trigger the hero ability, trigger the damage, trigger the damage. Right, they discarded this card to do it. Okay, okay. I see. And basically, like, okay, so it was like basically 2 damage, discard a card, do it again twice. Wizard reactions hurt my noob brain. I mean, do I look like I know what they're doing? So when no, you don't get it? Oh no. When I used to play against Kano in the past, basically, when they do their combo turn, I just put my cards down until like, you tell me what happens. Like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what is happening. I just believe you that your math is correct. Which is a terrible way of doing it, because if you just believe in what they do, you're gonna die. But it's like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why it's happening or how it's happening, but it's happening, and suddenly you do 30 damage. Of course there's hope. There's always hope. Good. Right, so we won against Oscilio, which is good. Did the cards that I added make a difference? No. No. I could prevent maybe potentially a ponder, right? Which would be good. So adding the Ripple Wave for this matchup is definitely good. When they discard that card, it does one hero to one. The hero that power lets them play it for 1 damage, and it goes to grave, deal 1 more damage. But they did 4, no? Okay, maybe I miscounted. I felt like they did 4 damage there because I used the blue to attack for 1. No, yeah. Oh, they played 2. Did they though? Because if you look at, no. Oh yes, they did. Sorry, yeah, they did. Of course, they did. They did. Here it is. Yeah, I was looking at the top instead of at the bottom because the top had an Echo Flash as well, right? But these were the first cards played, and these were the last cards played. You're right. Yeah. Chat is right as always. Right. So we are 2-2 now. Can we get a positive record? Ooh, I hate it. And I'm just gonna throw everything in this. I'm just gonna throw everything, except for the Oasis because they're awkward. Ugh, I hate playing into assassins. Good old fatigue. Good old fatigue. I think it's not worth using 1 card to prevent that damage. Because I'm giving them 1 card for 1 damage, and I think that's going to be important later on. Although now I'm worried a little bit because looking for scrap would have been a very good card to play if I had blocked with the blue. Oh, hey, Fiddler's Green. Hate seeing you here. The sound alarm is pretty good here to let me see what they have in their hand. But then I have 2/2 blocks in my hand, which is not great. They're taking the damage. Not sure what the play here is. Sound the alarm gives me the information. Erase face does 1 more damage. I IP myself more if I don't play the erase face. But information is power. Let's go for the damage. I should have pitched differently though. This should have gone in Arsenal. Because I can't activate the looking scrap for right now. This may have been good next turn. Okay, so they're blocking with the... I don't like Hunter or Hunted. Oh my god, 3 Bittering Thorns? Are you kidding me, right? Can I win this matchup? I think I don't have enough damage output. I don't think I have enough damage to win this. Or not, let me rephrase that. I can't go aggressively enough to rush them into winning the game. Especially with the life gain. Probably one of my worst matchups. And they already bought back the Gravens. Great. Great. Already getting everything they need out of that. Putting a red at the bottom of the deck could be good. How do I beat this? Like, honest question, how do I win this? Like, Arakni Huntsman is not doing that well in the meta. Is it just a bad matchup for me, or am I thinking about this matchup in the wrong way? I think on a turn-to-turn average, I can probably output more damage. So then the question is, do I just ignore what they do and try and send as much damage as possible? Oh, another one? Oh my god. Maybe the Grace will kill this matchup for you. This is mostly buy for us. Maybe. Oh my god, that's 6 cards gone. What do I do? What do I do? They already have enough silver as well to buy the Gravens back again. So much value. If you play this right, you get so much value out of these. It's actually insane. See? Oh, yoy, 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 yoy. Yeah, true. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Oh my god. Oh my god, Becky. Look at that butt. Hey Mitch, how are you doing? You've been away a while, dude. How's life? Good to see you back. Oh, yoy, yoy. I forgot about the go again. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Yep. I'm not making my life easier by these misplays. 48 cards left. Oh! Do they know that I have command? Were they able to look at my hand? Let me... How do they know that I have a command and conquer? How do they know I have a command and conquer? I've seen people play these games with like 2 screens. I have seen people watch their own game. Somebody spectating this. You're melting? Yeah, same. But it's getting a bit better. No. Oh, spectate can't see. Oh, yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. Never mind. When is UK Nationals this coming weekend? I'm just gonna have to try and do damage here. It's terrible, but I'm wasting this turn. Like, the Command and Conquer doesn't do anything. Could be stream sniping? They could be. But let's just assume that they know what they're doing and I'm a dummy. The Graven gloves are back. Let's assume they're just a better player, right? You're playing this match pretty wrong. I could use... Yeah, what am I doing wrong? I feel like I'm trying to send as much damage as I can, but... I need to figure this out before the weekend. I know at least one player that's going to Nationals that's going to play this deck. Locked 6? Okay. Am I letting them hit too much? How do you all feel before your Nats? I mean, before mine, I feel pretty clueless, but that's fine. I'm going for fun this year. I mean, I'm going to play serious, but I'm not putting a lot of pressure on myself. I know what my preparation has been like. And it's probably been one of the worst ever for my Nationals. So, you know, it is what it is. It's fine. I want to do well, but if I don't, no biggie. Freaking Graven buyback. I don't have a target for looking for a scrap. That's such an... Like, that putting that in Arsenal has been such a mistake. Well, never mind. I don't have to worry about it. I thought I actually had a decent turn here, but no. Is it true that Prism is gone? That's what people are saying. We haven't seen a confirmation from LSS yet, so as far as I can tell. All right. Let's try and untilt here. let's try and untilt. I don't have any reactions, so we can let this one hit. We're getting bans in like 2 most likely. Well, Mitch, what do you think they're gonna ban? Because I think the consensus here is they're not gonna ban much of anything, if anything at all. I have to block this because they're clearly going to attack with something else. Whatever they're attacking with, I don't want... Fuck! Right. It wasn't worth taking that damage because I can't really do anything with the... CNC anyway. So, I guess Kodachi it is. Everyone's saying remembrance, Mitch. You saw a meme about it on Reddit, so it must be true. I mean, you know what? Yes. That's how that works. Okay, we can take the one because we have no reactions, which kind of tells them all they need to know as well, right? If I let this hit, I'm giving them so much information. And if they played it on this, they probably have an attack reaction. They have a reaction on top of it. Blocking 6. I hope that's enough. Or that it's not enough. And now they can buy the freaking gloves back. It's just freaking impossible. I don't know what to do here. Is there a guide somewhere how to play against Arakni? Is there somewhere where I can look up how to beat this hero? Because I'm clearly clueless. I need to find a way. I feel like even when I played into Matt, it was better than this. I'm probably just taking the damage at the wrong time. I mean, maybe they do make some changes to Sage Vertical Mammal just to shake up the meta. Play 3 Remembrance. You know, that's a pretty good tip. That's a pretty good tip, not gonna lie. Game plus dagger. 1 cost plus block with 2 cards. Okay. Alright. We'll try and make it happen. Probably too late in this game to adjust, but... These blues. It's too late, right? Because I took too much damage here already. I'm so low on deck. They have a huge life lead, and in addition to that, they also have a deck lead. So that's gonna be, yeah. I think you need to do from the start. Who plays blues in this economy? Apparently me. The thing is with this, they can really cover this nicely with the Graven. Just block it with the Graven, you're good. I think one of the mistakes that I'm making is I'm giving them too much silver. I can't give them this much silver. I need to prevent them from drawing up on the arms there. Alright, so this is fine. We can take this one. And then the 4 here. So we're blocking this for 6, right? Block with 2 cards with a blue and the E-Strike. And then Kodachi Sensor. Yeah. Too late. But I'll try and internalize that for my next game. See how that works out. So I have like 28 cards left, and they have over 40. So that's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem. If I censor them here, let's assume they're gonna let that hit. They're not. It's going to be the interaction here. They don't block name to go again cards. The blue one, you mean, that would have been coercive tendency. How's IR treating you? I mean, all in all, really good, actually. I mean, I know where I am with this deck, right? I know this is not the best deck in the meta. I know that. But I like the simplicity. I like that I know the game plan. I like that the deck is basically unchanged from when I played her like half a year ago. I think she has a decent matchup into a good chunk of the meta. It's not a great deck. It's fine. And that's good enough for me right now. With the time that I have, like... I mean, looking at the results from week 2, I should have probably stuck with Mario. But I am where I am right now, right? So... I hate the fact that they can buy back here to draw to go again. Oh no, it doesn't hit, so there's no go again. Because this is a codex, right? We all know this is a codex. I know this is a codex, they know this is a codex, everybody knows this is a codex. Have you figured out the Oscilio emu? It's easy. Don't let them do damage and do more damage than them. I mean, it's not hard, is it? Easy. Pretty simple if you ask me. I mean, why are not more people beating Oscilio? Just do that. Don't take damage and do damage. No, actually, if I remember not to take out the defense reactions, I think it's okay. With AB3, with my Oasis, I think it's okay. No, actually, I have AB3, Mitch. And I have the mask, which can do, like, a lot of prevention as well. I'm gonna just attack with 1 here, because it's a stupid card in Arsenal that I don't want. 22 to, like, 37 cards. Let me discard this to prevent this damage. That may be the wrong choice, but I felt like I don't want to take the damage. It prevents that one. It prevents this one. That's good. And then they play the Codex, right? We knew that. I haven't been able to play the blue yet. Too bad. Too freaking bad. Okay, we're just gonna lose it. It's fine. They do get the silver, though. I don't want them to get the silver. So instead, I'm gonna get a sensor. I'm gonna get rid of the torrent. I could block this out like this. Actually, let's do that. And then we can still do Kodachi attack for 5. My equipment is gone, and my Kodachis do nothing. Seems to get silver. Well, I didn't think they were going to go play Command and Conquer. That's not what I thought they would do, okay? I was wrong. But see, as soon as I started not taking their damage... Listen, I'm gonna have to say this. As much as it hurts me, deep in my soul, as soon as I started doing what Lilian told me to do, the game has felt very much better. I'm still behind, but suddenly I'm not hemorrhaging damage anymore. I did use basically, you know, a lot. I threw a lot of equipment at this to make sure it, you know, it feels better. But it has started feeling better. I'm not sure that was the right decision. Hey, Mitch. I'll gladly... Oh, they have Remembrance as well. Boo. Yeah, ban Remembrance, guys. Ban Remembrance. Come on, LSS. You can do it. I'm out of omens, so the list is not up to date. Ira is vanilla, basic, but surprisingly versatile and strong. Many people like vanilla, even though they might not like to admit it. Yeah, Charles, that's a good point. By the way, Charles, I always see your comments on YouTube videos, and I think this is one of the first time you're actually watching live, so welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Omens, 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 prep time. I don't have omens anymore. It's packs and not pack. Morning, sound from NZ, just tuning in. How are you on the fatigue list? I am not. I'm on the boomer list. And welcome. Good morning to Veeps. Good morning. How is life looking in New Zealand today? How is life in New Zealand? In the motherland? In the lands of, I dare say... I'm not going to say that. That's pretty rude. So I'm not going to say that. And I apologize for even having the thought. Dynasty. Oh my god, you may have caught me out here. Wait, hold on. Hold on. The motherland of Fab. The motherland of Fab, yes. I'm sorry. That shouldn't be on the list. I'm sorry I don't have Dynasty anymore either. I'm sorry. Sorry. 2 degrees? Oh my god. You know, can we swap for a day or two? It's like, it's way too hot here in London. It's like, it's way too hot. Alright, so what are we blocking with? Oh, the Eradicate is gonna cost me so many cards. Oh wow, I have like 13 cards left. Yikes. They have an attack reaction here, right? Yikes. I'm sorry, Mitch, that's my mistake. Because of that, would you like me to open a gem pack for you instead? Yeah, I switched too late here. I think it's started feeling a lot better after I did what Liliane said, but I think it's still an uphill battle. By the way, I'm starting the recording of A Pound of Flesh this week. Regular A Pound of Flesh episodes should resume in about 2 weeks. Alright, you're down. Gem pack 4 or 5? What's your hero of choice, Veeps? Five. Alright, getting that ready for you, sir. And I do apologize for my tardiness when it comes to updating my available packs list. Oh no! No! I shouldn't have taken the damage. I shouldn't have taken the damage. Now I look very dumb. Your Goldmane? Cool. Katsu the Wanderer. Hopefully he'll be good someday. We need a... You know, we don't need a Monarch 3. What we need is a Welcome to Wraith 2. Although some would probably argue Heavy Hitters was Welcome to Wraith 2, right? How long have you been playing Veeps? Dio time. Dio time. I've never opened up a Marvel from one of the gem packs. Although they are pretty hard to hit, right? Yeah, we're not going to win here, are we? Flutsu? I've decided what you're playing at Nats yet. This is it. No blocks. I'm playing Ira. For better or worse, this is more or less the deck I'm playing. I'm only going back and forth if I should be playing Blazon. And I'm basically deciding between a couple of cards. I'm hoping to create an Alchemist Demolist hero if they get back to outside. Dude, that would be so cool. What about a set which is all merchants, right? Like you have an Alchemist, you have... I don't know what else. A Herbalist. You know. Smile at that. Madame Fuse would be perfect. I don't know who that is. Bard? No, but Bard is not a merchant. She's in the outsider list. Oh, got it. Got it. Alright. Kodachi. It's done anyway. I mean, I don't see how I can win this. I'm down to like 5 cards. But there I'm 14 and I'm 13. I think if I played how Liliane told me, then maybe. Huh? Maybe. Toss a coin to your Witcher. Yikes. Yikes. Concealed Blade is interesting tech. Wow. 2 cards left. Do, 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 do. Ba-da-ba-ba. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. If you're new here, then consider liking and subscribing and following and checking out my other stuff. I wish I had more time for content creation, but the last few weeks have been really hectic. I have like tons of footage of stuff that I wanted to do, and I'm just not getting around to it. Of which I'm grabbing the first time with me on my trip. I'm grabbing the first time with me on my trip. I'm sorry, but that correction didn't help me in what you're trying to say. I think the Hunter or Hunted getting 3 cards twice was really bad for me. Then the shreds hit at the right time as well, and obviously I had the wrong strategy. Surgical, sure. Oh wait, TTRPG? I didn't even know they had a Witcher TTRPG. Till. Dude, you could just attack me, like, why are you doing this, dagger? Oh, the novels! Alright, GG. Good, good, good. All right, time to open up a pack for Mr. Mitch. And again, sorry, that's the wrong button. See, that's what I'm saying. It's broken because I had to get a new phone because my phone broke on the weekend, so I can't use my phone as a camera anymore because I haven't set it up. So, gem pack 5 here for Mitch. I think you said gem pack 5. It's what you're getting. It's what you're getting. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like doing it like this. Our card gone, and a shiny card. I don't know what this is. Pulsing Cardia. All right, looks pretty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my 3 hours stream is up. I think if we look at the deck that I played today, I think the Blazon is a worthwhile inclusion for the ninjas, which may be part of the meta. I am not certain yet about the Ripple Away, but it could be good into Oscilio, right? Why not concede earlier? Because we're playing to the bitter end here. Because we're playing. You have to... Listen, you never know when your opponent makes a terrible mistake and throws the game. You play it out until the end. You don't concede early. You make them earn it. Every single turn you play gives your opponent the opportunity to make a mistake. Did they do it here? Was it likely that they make a mistake and throw the game? No. But you never know. So I made them play it out. I made them earn it. Blaue Exe. What do you mean one more time? Another pack? No. Anyway, I'm gonna go dinner because my stomach is hurting and I'm so hungry. But I will be back tomorrow. I'll hope to see you then. In the meanwhile, there's plenty of stuff on my YouTube channel if you want to catch on some stuff. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you had a good time. Like, follow, and subscribe. Recommend me to your friends. If you're here... One more game? No, sorry. I need to pace myself. Santavok, thank you so much for 26 months of support. Jim, thank you for 7 months. Schöne Fische, thank you for 16 months. Bamboo, thank you for 2 months. You guys are all freaking amazing, and thank you for all the new followers. You make this fun. This would not be half as fun if nobody was here. So thank you very much for being here. I'll ride into sunset and I'll be here in the same spot, Twitch, YouTube, tomorrow evening, same time, same spot. So hopefully see you then. Until then, have a fantastic day. Take care of yourself and somebody else if you can, and I'll see you around. Bye, everyone.